Hey guys, got another cast here. It's gonna be Unano versus Point One. This will be my second cast of the week. Just getting back into it, like I said in my last video. Leave some feedback. It helps when you guys leave feedback. You know, I know that people want to watch this, and I know people are enjoying the content. I already know there are a few people out there that watch, but these two players, at least I know them pretty well. I think they're in the same skill range, so this should be a pretty decent game. This is a shoutcast, by the way. I always find this map pretty cool because, I mean, first of all, I like the expansion options on it, but also this right here is actually kind of like a mirror. They used water and land, and they made like the same kind of like structure out of it, you know. So really, they're just securing oil derricks right now. The players are Unano's playing as Britain, and Point One is playing Russia. Russia's pretty fun. I think every faction's pretty fun. You have an engagement going on here. Point One's just gonna take that, and you can also take these oil derrick. Yeah, I think every faction's pretty fun. I think the most fun is Ukraine, just because they're bomb options. Britain's okay. Spies are pretty much the most fun you're gonna get out of them, but they're really useful. I actually was trying something out with them, and up here he's gonna just do a mirror image of what Point One did to him, and he's gonna take this northern oil derrick. So pretty standard engagements. But I actually found out that spies, when entering a barracks, they give every unit that you produce a chevron, which actually is pretty significant early on. But the only downside is you have to rush tech, and that can be dangerous, especially like with a low eco. Or, I mean, because you'll miss out on your war factory if you're going to rush it. So now we have Unano sitting here, kind of surrounded. He has the numbers and good crushes from this APC. I don't see this group of units dying if he just has them set tight. So we have war factories up for both players. Another engineer coming out. Southern portion completely unguarded or untouched by either players. And Unano's gonna send some more infantry to help, maybe help out these guys. And these two right here, oh, looks like he's gonna lose this oil derrick now. He has an engineer waiting by, and he's gonna micro that engineer. Point One's gonna micro that engineer to take this oil derrick. Expending that much time on oil derricks, I usually don't. I just usually blow them up after they get captured. But they are worth it. But spending constant engineers on it, they really won't pay for themselves if both players are going at it like that. But these ones actually are worth it because they're completely untouched and just taken away on money. And he actually manages to hold that, so really this game's looking pretty even. I mean, I don't see. Oh, now we have a expansion coming out for Unano, and tech coming out for point 1. And this radar dome is going to provide V2 rockets, which could come in handy if he has good sight. And he can spot out the enemies, which is exactly what he's doing. He's going for the airfield. So now these V2s are going to become really useful, and a game changer really if you use them right. Usually you just kind of protect them with rocket soldiers and infantry. Have your plane overhead. And he's got his plane on the way. Tesla coils, you're going to start popping infantry. And he's going to actually push that. V2 is going to take a good shot. Oh yeah. Multiple infantry dying from that. Tesla goes down. But the carnage is real from these V2s. Just putting in so much work. Losing probably 20 infantry from just 2 shots. This tank's going to try to get some crushes, which is okay. So this is interesting because you have a player that's expanded and he has the base expansion, so it's going to be hard to dethrone this area, but at the same time you have V2 rockets, and that's what's going to start happening now is he's just going to start sniping the base. And it's going to be really hard for Unano to do anything to this. And the V2s are actually going for the construction yard, so the Yak actually can take this mobile construction unit out, but he's just going to pull back and redeploy. He's probably scared of the Yaks. He's repairing it. One Yak's not going to do it. It might do it actually. Oh, one more flyby. Yeah, this is going to go down. MCV down. So now his army is actually rotating, which isn't a bad play. Kind of depends where they rotate. He's going to push this southern area. But there is a lot here, and there's 2 V2s. This probably isn't going to end up going very well for Unano. Here comes the V2, just obliterating a massive units. A V2 firing on tank there, that's a waste. Kind of hard to micro. Tesla coil zapping away at infantry. V2 firing again. Can take a nice 4 units out. So the tech's working here for point 1. He just hasn't expanded yet. And these ore fields are starting to dry up. They're getting ready to be depleted. If he goes even further into tech as Russia, he can go ahead and get Tesla troopers. And that's when going tech is actually going to work out for him. I mean, he's already teched so much, I would go for that. Lots of infantry here. Nice solid defense here for Unano. This actually right here though, and if used right, this can completely remove this section. I don't think he has it scouted though. Oh yeah, he does actually. So, and this area is actually pushed away. So this whole expansion isn't failed. And there's the MCV, so point 1 looking like he's going to claw his way out of this area. And he did it just in time because these ore fields are depleted. Only has 1 oil derrick ticking away, so that's not going to do anything for to support a full army. So now this is well played. He's going to use his V2s to snipe out the AA gun. And attack planes just giving scouting. Gotta be kind of careful here because these V2s can get pushed. Oh, V2 just missing the MCV, but that's okay. And he's gonna redeploy over here to. I think you get extra HP out of it. That was actually a really nice play by that engineer there. I don't know if he expanded with that engineer. I think he did, and that's really nice. I like that play. I always kind of wonder why people didn't expand with engineers more. I don't know if he did. It might have just been extra. Still really, he had it there. V2's coming in, really good hits. A really good hit coming in again. I don't think this MCV is going to go down, but this is kind of a dangerous engagement for both players. Unano's losing so many units to these V2s. They are mostly rifle infantry, and the whole infantry force is gone. This helicopter is in grave danger, and it goes down. So this is starting to look like it's going to start going .1's way with the way he's playing. His V2's are placed pretty well. As I say that, this one gets popped by a pillbox, but they really are. They've done so much work on infantry. And there's just a massive infantry blob here. And there's no artillery down here. There's only one pillbox with no health, so that's dangerous. Artillery is going to start popping away at this Tesla coil. V2's are going to come in. That's not good. This Heinz going to get a pick or two. So they get away just because of ammo running out. That was a scary situation. The infantry finally stopped spamming out for .1. This is a huge blob here. So he's going to run away with this MCV. This infantry mass is looking to converge on something here. And this is still really vulnerable. He could snipe this out. He just really needs a yak, and he has a yak up here. And at the same time, .1's whole expansion is just going to fall. And this yak is probably going to get popped if it goes in here. Yeah, there it goes. He's going to actually sneak through right here with his whole army. And he's going to push on the main base. That's actually not a horrible play because there's not much here to defend. There's so much infantry. This actually could cripple Unano. Behind just not doing enough. And there goes tech for Unano. He's converging his armies. Oh, now the artillery. This actually could stop it, and it is going to stop it. At least for this section of the base, and I think this whole army is going to fail. At least it's going to falter. It did pretty well so far, taking out that tech. So radar dome down, but a whole army also down for .1. But I think that was pretty much worth it because it's going to stop these artillery for now. But if Unano is going to be relentless, you can see he's already back up on a radar dome. And I mean, when you have this big of an army and you can defend yourself, I don't think that's going to hurt him too bad. He already has artillery to kind of hold until he gets more up. And this is starting to look bad. This has been back and forth, but now .1 is kind of in a bad spot. He has nothing to counter these Heinz now. He has no rocket soldiers. I wouldn't be surprised if he starts queuing them up. I would hope he would start queuing them up. And it's looking like he's actually broken now. Oh, and I completely missed this. So this isn't looking horrible now because he actually has money. I was about to say this is looking really bad, but I completely missed this expansion up here, and I think he did. Unano missed it too. Oh no, he knows it's there. I think he kind of knows that this base is vulnerable. There's nothing to counter this. There's nothing. He has a mobile flak to kind of at least try to take out these Heinz, but I don't think it's going to work. But he is, however, counter pushing with an infantry force. So that's actually nice play, and actually causes a mass reaction of his infantry to go over. And he really doesn't know how big this army is. He's seen quite a few pop up. And now he's going to run down. He might get the radar dome again if he can scout it. Oh, he's so close. And no, pillbox is going to pop. But this did give him a lot of breathing room. This whole army kind of overcommitted. The Hind could have did it himself, taking out all that army. And I mean, now they are in position to take on this northern section. Oh. Tesla coil is going down. There's just too much for the Tesla coil here. Another one coming up. If he loses this expansion. Oh, and he puts his... Oh, yeah. That was game. That expansion was going down no matter what. That was actually a really good game, though. That I figured it would be good. That once the expansion was down, there was just no money left. As you can see, these were pretty much kind of struggling to produce, and I think he only had 2 ore harvesters left. That was a good game. I think if he would have just went full on tech, I mean, this is hindsight, but if he would have went full on tech and he would have got shock troopers, I mean, then again, it really wouldn't have mattered. The artillery kind of, it was just hard to counter. I mean, Iron Curtain was basically the best thing he could have did. Or there's a few things he could have did, but that was actually a really good game. Shout out to Point One and Unano for playing it. England versus Russia. England prevails. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna have another one up here soon. This is the 4th cast.